Hi, my name is Dave Weld, and this is 594 miles from Chicago.
Went to work this morning, got set to start. Boss told me something about to break my...
You know, it was given to us as a heritage. There wasn't this big market for the blues there used to be. And these guys struggled their whole lives to create a niche for us. And it was given to us. And I think people ought to know about it. They had a harder road than we did. Earl Hooker, when he went on the road, he got his guys in the station wagon. They didn't even have gigs. They just went. Robert Lockwood told me down south they used to play for sandwiches. That's Robert Lockwood. He's one of the greatest. And so I just think, this should be preserved, and it's wonderful what you're doing. And it's nice to be here at Buddy Guy's. It really opens me up because I feel this is one of the greatest places for the blues that there is. So.
Don't think we'll make it anymore.
Probably this is the most important time there is. In the past year, there's so many people that have passed. I mean, really wonderful people, young and old. And it seems like, I could mention a lot, and Eddie Taylor Jr., and Little Charlie, and just so many. And Roosevelt on bass, he was young and strong, I always wanted to make Ab Locke tell his story. And we just got the word one day he was dead. And that's one of the greatest guys in the blues that I ever knew. And so this time is the perfect time. Well, we don't know the future. And we're not busy as far as, rushing from gig to gig, and it's really important historically so people know the faces to the music they hear. So they see, just like when you see a video, you go on YouTube or something, I've heard of, a certain person all my life, and just to watch him play, I go, oh, that's how he did it. That's how he did it. And then people looking at those that you interview will say, oh, that's what his personality was like. That's how he approached this business. That's how he survived this business. That's how he carried the message across for the blues all these years. That's what happened. All the, who, what, why, when, where, and how, of music, blues especially. So this is the time, actually. There's a couple of ways to answer that. When you're in a club and you're trying to make, a few bucks, and it's the first time you've been hired, and they know the club owner know who comes there. They know the regulars. When they see those people that don't usually come and they're there because you're there, they know these people are going to come back to that club someday, and they're spreading, their clientele. And so just to have people drop in is such a big help. And the other thing is, when I think of it, the Grammy Awards, they're great. And I don't know what this has to do with the blues fan, but it has to do with the industry. I think they should have more blues categories. Just one blues category? I mean, come on. How many for hip hop? How many for country and western? You know, there's traditional, there's modern, there's rock blues, there's country blues. You know, at least. And the other part is the blues societies. You know, those guys are hearts of gold. And then I don't know who it would be to talk to the Grammys. I have no idea, but they ought to have. I mean, it's a shame. I don't want to, you know, say too much, but they ought to have more categories, period.